Hey people, so today I'm doing a quick video before I start my day of work and just want to check in with you all and let you know what's been going on with me while I've been on Zepbound. This is month 3 that I am finishing, and I can say that I've lost a total of 20 pounds. So very exciting. I have been using the rotating schedule once a week, like moving it to different areas. I had tried that during the first few weeks of being on Zepbound, and I really didn't see a difference. So I don't know. I can't actually say that it's the actual location or if there's a difference within moving around the injection sites. What the reasoning is for moving it around, I'm not sure, but I have been attempting to follow those instructions. My physician did say that I don't necessarily need to rotate through multiple locations, your arms, your thighs, what's the other? Oh, your stomach. So I don't have to do that, but I've just been trying it to see like, okay, this is what other vloggers that's taking Zepbound are doing also. So what I have noticed is that if I inject myself in my thigh, that apparently is like the most tender spot for me to do the injections. So I also noticed that it seems as though the last 3 weeks of me using the 7.5 milligrams, I would be nausea. I would have nausea for the first 2 days, or not really the first 2 days, but like the second day, I would be nausea. I would have nausea. And what I've noticed is that my appetite is more suppressed during day 1 through day 5. It seems as though it's more suppressed. By the time I get to day 6, I feel like, oh, I could eat a little bit more, but I'm not going to, do that. I haven't had as much nausea as I was having before. So like my last week, I realized that, which was on last Friday, I did my injection of the 7.5, and I was like, oh, I didn't get nausea. I didn't have any nausea at all. So day 2 was clear for me, which was great. So I don't know if it's a thing of my body is getting used to the medication by the time I get to the 4th week of that dosage. So my next dosage, my doctor has approved me of, is to go to the 10 milligram dosage. So we'll see, like, is it that anytime that I change dosage that my body's like, oh, I'm gonna give you a little sickness for day 2, and then like that final week, my body's used to it. I'm not sure, but we'll see. I'll test it. So yeah, so very exciting. 20 pounds within 3 months. That's a lot. I thought about that. It's kind of like having 5 pounds of potatoes. So imagine like having 4 of those bags, and that weight was actually on me. So that's one way of thinking about it when you're losing weight. Like, how many pounds of potatoes would that have been? Is it the exact same measurement? I don't know, but that was my way of looking into it. So yeah, I'll start the 10 milligrams tomorrow, Friday, October 25th. And I'm pretty excited about it because, like, one, I've been able to find the medication. I haven't had any issues with getting the medication from Walgreens. So basically, I still been informing my physician like the 3rd week of the month, letting them know, hey, these are all the symptoms that I'm having. These are, I'll send like a screenshot of my weight loss. I'm using that Renfo app in Smart Scale, so I can use my phone and take a screenshot of that and show my doctor my progress. And So, like, my doctor will say, like, is anything going on? Are you seeing anything that's weird? Most of the things that I've been having has been more like gastric issues. Like I said, like day two, I'll have the nausea, but also, the constipation is there. I did take like, what do you call it? Dulcolax is a stool softener. So that has been helping along with increasing more of the magnesium that I was taking. And I get lab work done all the time anyway for other health issues. So the lab work will let me know, like, oh, your magnesium is at balance, or vitamin D is balanced, or what's the other one I'm taking? B12. B12 is balanced. So I do get lab work done like maybe every 2 months just to see like what is my vitamin level like, because I don't want to be taking too many vitamins too. So the magnesium, I'm taking 400 milligrams. I was on 200 milligrams. And that's helping to, not have as much constipation as I probably normally would have had. I'm also, of course, increasing the amount of water that I'm consuming. You want to make sure you're drinking at least 8 to 12 cups a day. I believe like the standard is 6 to 8 cups, but I like increased it to like 8 to 12 cups. And so I'm like using, actually I have it right here. So I'm using like this tumbler that I'm sipping on all day. And I actually have a larger one than that too, but this one was more convenient while I'm at home today. So yeah, increase the amount of water that you're taking if you are dealing with constipation. If you don't have a gastric or a GI doctor, you may want to get one if you do see that you're having issues. I already see one for other health reasons. The GERD that I have GERD as well as pernicious anemia, which I talked about in the previous video. Oh, speaking of, so besides those issues, I also have hypothyroidism, which I've included in the title of my videos. I found out that so basically I've taken like an antibody test and to check like my autoimmune system. So I did an antibody test on rheumatoid. I've also did one which was for the gastro side for liver disease, as well as the what do you call it, pernicious anemia, and which is also a autoimmune issue. But I also have thyroid disease, and I've had thyroid disease since 1999 or 2000 is when I was diagnosed. But I found out recently through an antibody test that I have the Hashimoto hypothyroidism, which is kind of like another level, because I can actually say now that the hypothyroid disease that I have is an autoimmune disease, that it wasn't because, oh, you're just eating a lot of food, or, oh, you're just maybe genetically um, predisposed to it. But no, it was because it's an actual autoimmune issue. Some people have hypothyroidism because they gained weight during the pregnancy. So I've had 3 live births, and I want to say from child number 1 through child number 3, I gained a total of about 70 pounds. And that's like through multiple years. But with gaining that weight, like a lot of women do, I wasn't able to lose the weight. And I even have pictures of myself where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lose weight. I got this like sweatshirt on, and I'm gonna do all the things. I'm gonna do all the walking and exercise and all that. And it's like I could not like get rid of that weight. So that was the beginning, like as an adult, that was the beginning of gaining weight for me. And after my third child, I I want to say she may have been maybe 4 years old, probably around 4 or 5 years old. And that's when, yeah, she was 4 years old. I had to do the math in my head. But she was 4 years old. And I went to the doctor, and my doctor was also concerned, like, you keep, like, you're just constantly gaining weight. Like, every time you come here, your numbers, you're gaining like 10, 20 pounds, like, what's going on. And so that's when he tested me for hypothyroidism, and I was diagnosed with it. But it's crazy. Like, we're talking about 24 years later, I just got the antibody test, and it was actually saying, oh no, you have this particular type of hypothyroid disease. So yes, it's the Hashimoto's thyroid disease, and it is related to an autoimmune issue. So, symptoms of that, if you have it or don't know, symptoms of that can be like, dry hair, of course, the weight gain, also constipation. So, I'm dealing with constipation for having hypothyroid disease, but also with being on Zepbound too. So it's like a double whammy. So much fun. Um, so yeah, so those are the few things, and then also like heavy periods. If you are a female with hypothyroidism, you may have like heavy periods. I want to say about it may have been about 5 years now. I had did a hysterectomy, and it was because I had three fibroids that were like huge. I did try um an option where to see if like they could like decrease the size of the fibroids, but that didn't work. And it it was a big decision for me to have a hysterectomy, but because my periods were so heavy, it was like, I can't deal with this for, years. I'm not at menopause age yet. So I did the hysterectomy. That helped me out. So just giving that advice, if there's someone who's watching this video and is dealing with that too. But of course, talk to your gynecologist before making a huge decision like that. I did keep my ovaries, so I still have the symptoms of having a period, but I just don't have the period. So sometimes that's like, I should have got rid of those ovaries, but I didn't want to age more quickly than necessary because, again, I'm not at menopausal age yet. I will be in a few more years, but not yet. So that's what's been going on with me. So the hypothyroid, the Hashimoto's diagnosis was like, it was like a revelation for me. Like, oh, that's the reason why. It's not anything that I did, it's my body, so not that I for years have been blaming myself, but it's like, man, I wish I didn't have to take this medication all the time. This is a lifelong issue where I will be on medications. I am on two medications. Oh, that's another good thing that I had to tell you guys. So I'm on two medications for hypothyroid disease. One is levothyroxine, and the other one is leothyronin. A lot of times, if I go to a different physician and they have to ask, like, oh, what medication are you doing? As soon as they see the levothyroxine, they automatically know, oh, you're on thyroid, you have a thyroid disease. But the leothyronin is like a lot of nurses are not familiar with it, as well as specialists. So I'm on two thyroid medications. Now, that second one, the leothyronin, I had been taking like two dosages, one in the morning and one in the evening, like around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, so I can at least go to sleep later. But that second dosage, I don't have to take anymore. And I'm going to say it's because of the weight loss. And my body may not need that second dosage anymore. So I'm hoping, like super duper hoping, that the amount of medications that I take for the thyroid disease, that eventually that dosage level will be lower. When I first started taking thyroid medications, I was like, I want to say it was around 200 milligrams that I was taking, and I was on one medication, the levothyroxine. But over the years, that has increased to um, 325 milligrams of the levothyroxine. And now I'm only taking 125 milligrams of leothyronin. So hopefully at some point, I may not even be on that medication, and my dosage for the other will decrease. So that's the goal of mine. I also went to Toronto, about 3 weeks ago, and it was pretty exciting that I was able to walk around and not feel very tired. And we did a lot of walking, and when I was tired, there was a reason why I was tired because we did hours of walking and standing on my feet. So that was exciting also for me to say that, oh, I'm able, to have more energy to move around and enjoy like being on vacation. So I'm gonna start looking at like bucket list items that I've had in regards to like weight loss. I used to always say, oh, if I lost like 200 pounds, I wanted to be on the Oprah Winfrey show and tell Oprah about my weight loss journey. So Oprah doesn't have her show anymore, and because it's been years later, and she hasn't been on TV like that. But I can be on social media and tell you all like my weight loss journey. So that's kind of exciting for me to be able to have like folks that are going through this issues that they are having with their weight and finally finding a medication that is working for them, and we're all sharing our experiences. So yeah, I may not be on Oprah, but I'm on this channel and I'm telling you all like what's going on with me. So hopefully it's encouraging for you. And be sure to share your stories too. Like go in the comments and talk about what's happening with you, what your experiences are. If you've been on the medication for a certain amount of days or months, let everybody else know what's going on with you. So yeah, share everything that's happening. Yeah, bucket list items. I am again looking to see like, you know, can I snap the airplane seats, the seatbelt. Can I snap it without having to use my seatbelt extender? Or can I go to a concert and sit in the seat and be comfortable and not feel like my hips are on fire because the seats are so small? So those are like little things that I know I've written down in the past. So I want to look at my bucket list and see like, is there anything that I can cross off, or are there more things that I want to add on to it? So yeah, that's what's been going on with me, guys. I am going to get out of here. I'll be back within a month to let you know how the 10 milligrams has been working on my body. I'll talk to you later. Bye.